चंचल चतुर अंगुरिया जिस पर चंचल चतुर, चंचल चतुर अंगुरिया जिस पर कनक मुंदरिया साजे, बाजे मुरलिया बाजे, बाजे रे मुरलिया बाजे। पीली मुंदरी अंगूरी शाम, बाबा बाबा नी बाबा बाबा नी बानी नी बानी नी बाबा बाबा गमा बजानी, पानी जागरे गरे नी जारे नी जावा गरे जारे नी जावा गरे जानी नी दादा रे जानी रे जानी नी दानी रे जारे गरे जानी नी नी बाबा बागा बाबा बजानी बानी दा बाबा जानी नी दाबा तमला बागा बाबा गमा बानी। पीली मुंदरी अंगूरी शाम, मुंदरी पर राधा का नाम, मुंदरी पर राधा का नाम।
आकर देखे सुने मधुर सुर, आकर देखे सुने मधुर सुर, राधा गोरी लाजे, बाजे मुरलिया बाजे, बाजे मुरलिया बाजे। अधर धरे हो, अधर धरे मोहन मुरली पर, अधर धरे मोहन मुरली पर, होठ पे माया विराजे, बाजे मुरलिया बाजे, बाजे मुरलिया बाजे। नी नी जा दा दा रे रे जा 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 नी नी जा जा रे गरे 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 रे जा रे नी नी जा दा दा रे रे जा सा रे नी बाबा।
भूल गई राधा भरी गगरिया, भूल गई राधा भरी गगरिया, भूल करे गोधन को सांवरिया, भूल करे गोधन को सांवरिया।
जाने न जाने तेरो न जाने, जाने न जाने तेरो न जाने, जाने न जाने तेरो न जाने, जाने अध जगराजे, बाजे मुरलिया
बाजे, बाजे रे मुरलिया
बाजे, बाजे बाजे मुरलिया बाजे, बाजे मुरलिया बाजे। अधर धरे मोहन मुरली पर,
अधर धरे मोहन मुरली पर, प्रेम पे माया विराजे, बाजे मुरलिया बाजे, बाजे रे मुरलिया बाजे।
बाजे मुरलिया बाजे, बाजे मुरलिया बाजे, मुरलिया बाजे, मुरलिया बाजे।
गणपतिं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत न शृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सीदसादनम् ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। सरस्वत्यै नमो नित्यं भद्रकाल्यै नमो नमः। वेदवेदान्तवेदाङ्ग विद्यास्थानेभ्यैव च ॐ नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। यो गुरु स शिवः प्रोक्तः यः शिवः स गुरुस्मृतः विकल्पं यस्तु कुर्वीत स नरो गुरुतल्पकः। सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। यं प्रव्रजन्तं मनुपेतम् अपेतकृत्यं द्वैपायनो विरहकातराजुहाव पुत्रेति तन्मयतया तरवोऽभिनेदुः तं सर्वभूतहृदयं मुनिमानतोऽस्मि। यस्वानुभावम् अखिलश्रुतिसारमेकम् अध्यात्मदीपम् अतितितीर्षतां तमोन्दम् संसारिणां करुणया आह पुराणगुह्यम् तं व्याससूनुमुपयामि गुरुं मुनीनां। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः पङ्कजनाभाय नमः पङ्कजमालिने
नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांग्रे नमो किंचन वित्ताय निवृत्तगुणवृत्तये आत्मा रामाय शान्ताय कैवल्यपतये नमः। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरे परमात्मने प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद श्री कृष्ण गोविंद श्री कृष्ण गोविंद श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद 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 हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद 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 हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद 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 Shri Krishna Govinda, 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 Hare Murare, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva, He Nath, He Nath, He Nath, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. बोलिए कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की, श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की। नमः पार्वती पते, हर हर महादेव। हरि ओम। Opportunity in the outer world and faith and intelligence to know God in the inner world. This is the result of Lord's happiness. Lord's happiness and the tapasya to fulfill the plan of God expresses as spiritual opportunity in the outer world and the desire and capacity to have God remembrance in the inner world. These two things, it is called Shubhecha in the inner world and the outer world. You get such people or such coincidences or God who force you almost to remember the Lord. What is the sign of Pap then? Pap expresses as lack of opportunity in the outer world and lack of faith and desire to liberate in the inner world. Moksha is born out of punyam. If mumuksha is mand, dull, desire is there to surrender, dull desire is there to take Lord's name, dull desire is there to do sadhana, it is a sign of previous bad actions. So bad actions expresses as mand mumuksha and alp adhyatmik avsar, less spiritual opportunity and dull desire to get liberated. You are not doing the action, action will definitely come back in these two ways in your life. If you have desire for dispassion, if you have desire to live in solitude, if you have a desire to chant Lord's name, and if you are able to do that with joy, if you are quiet, if you are dhyanshil, this tells that you have done good investment in the past. If you have teachers around you, if you have the outer solitude, it is a sign that you have served someone. Non-serving of the elders or the great people expresses as very few opportunities and lack of guidance in the life, or the ability to follow the guidance. Both is a sign of what? Sign of a pap. That means the sacrificing capacity is not there. Duryodhan had also Bhagavan Krishna, but he didn't have that much of trust and faith in Bhagavan. So, life will give you according to what you have given to life. How much life will give you, that depends how much you have given to the God, to the people around, to the elders, to the saints. What is your giving around portion? You are only getting what you have already invested. Yesterday I was repeating this point also, if you remember that. Don't say, I did not get it. You increase your satkaram, you increase your love for Lord, and I feel Lord will definitely give you more than what you think you can get also. It is whole world, I have mentioned yesterday, is an investment center. You invest, you have speech, you have actions, you have money if you have, or you have emotions, or you have body, you have vichar. You give that, and definitely you will be rewarded back in many ways. To some person we can see he gets a lot. We only see what he gets. We have not seen that portion where he had given. And we think that he is getting a lot. But what he has done, you see his sacrifice. You have not seen that portion of his life. We had seen Gurudev when he was already popular, but the tapasya of Gurudev we have not seen. We have not seen that portion of life where when he was in Gangotri, so he had only one cottage where Tapovan Maharaj used to be there. And that cottage had hardly any space, so half of this feet while lying was outside the cottage. Imagine the amount of chill he must be feeling. And feet, you catch cold through feet. We only see one aspect of a person. We don't see what behind what he has done in this birth, or of course the past birth, nobody sees also. So it's up to you. Ball is in your court, how much you can milk out from the situation and from your mind. Your mind has brilliancy, your mind has bhav, your mind has emotions. A lot is there in your mind. We can churn a lot from our mind. And therefore, if you remember, about Satyavrat, one line was there in the 10th verse, Narayana paro tapyata tapasa sarilashanaha. Narayana paraha Narayana Para, his introduction was, center of his life was Bhagwan Narayan. है ना? So it is up to you how much you give yourself. And accordingly, God will never deprive you of something great. Pandavas were very much close to Lord Krishna because they gave up their ahankar, they gave up many times, they wanted to kill you, Duryodhan, through not right means, especially Bhim. Hidingly he wanted to kill or conspire to kill. But because Bhagavan did not allow, he kept quiet. The power to obey somebody bigger, the power to surrender to God, all these things have definitely, I feel, big results. Life is not won by money or power. Life is won through your sacrifice, surrender, and through your submissiveness to the Lord. You heard the story of Satyavrat yesterday about the fish matter. That small fish started becoming bigger and bigger. So saints say that Bhagavan, why did he become bigger and bigger? Can you guess? He would have become straight away biggest. So saints say that Satyavrat was to be told that he is not the protector of anybody. You can't protect anything, only God is the protector. Like Bali's Dana Abhiman Bhagavan took away, so Satyavrat's Raksha Abhiman Bhagavan took away. I am protector, yet you can't protect your body, what can you protect? You can't protect anything. So, this Abhiman Bhagavan wanted to break. He said, okay, how can you protect me? How can it become bigger and bigger, heavier and heavier, and he has to live in the ocean ultimately. That I am doing it, I have done a lot. So the Abhiman is based on some kind of doing or sustaining. You have your own, I have done that, but your Bhagavan has prompted you. Once Bhagavan takes his strength, then you know what you cannot do. You know the story of Canto, how Agni and Vayu couldn't even burn the straw. Agni couldn't burn the straw and Vayu couldn't displace the straw. In Canto, that story has come. Although they were very powerful. So living a life of surrender has a very big benefit, that there is an additional force acting you. When you are traveling in a river, so where the wind is, that will determine the speed. The wind flow and the current flow. If wind is against you, the current is against you, you will struggle a lot. Sometimes wind is as per you and current is supporting you. And that wind and current is called Marut Anugraha Mero. So that is called Anugraha of the Bhagavan. How much success you will get in your life, how much things will go as per your will, how much mind will cooperate in sadhana, how much you will be feeling happy, that depends a lot about Mr. G factor, grace factor. You may put lot of effort. I have seen many people putting lot of effort, but result is very less. And sometimes they work a lot, other person gets more credit who has not worked. You worked a lot. Another person is in limelight. I got lime. I did not get limelight. He is stealing all my limelight. हानि लाभ जस अपजस जीवन मरण विधि हाथ, वो ब्रह्मा जी आपको देंगे. कितने आपका नाम होगा, क्या होगा, how much you will have easy, that will be given by Lord only. So Satyavrat was revealed. He was भगवान खुद ही आ गए उनके पास. You heard the story. Bhagavan himself came. So make yourself such that God is very, very pleased to give you something. He is very loving to give you. And then he says in 27, don't be such that sometimes you talk to somebody or you live with somebody and you feel I am giving more than what I am getting from him. You talk to somebody or somebody you giving charity, supposing, some organization. So you always feel I think I am giving more but they don't do sufficient work. They don't deserve so much of charity from me. You must be feeling like that. That should not be the case. And sometimes if some organization works a lot, and you feel I think I am giving less, they have big work. It is very less amount to what amount of work they are doing. So when you give something to the person, you talk, the other person, you should not feel that, see, he doesn't deserve so much of attention. He doesn't get so much of love from him. On the other hand, other person should feel, I think, I have given him very less attention that he deserves. I have given him less love than that he deserves. I have given him less of seva that he deserves. That should be there. People who are living should not feel stingy in giving to you. They should become more. And same person is, I have seen, with one person he is very stingy, other person he is very magnanimous, same person. Mr. A is there. With B he is very stingy, with C he is very magnanimous. With B he doesn't talk, with C he talks laughing a lot. A person doesn't talk to B. And same person, and to B, if B says, no, I am very busy. With C, he is talking so lovingly, as if I am the so foolish person. And when you feel this difference, you feel so sad. He said, what wrong I have done? But you have done something wrong. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि आपकी your capacity to get should be, people should think, I gave less. When we were giving anything to Gurudev, supposing, any food we gave or donation we gave or time we gave, we always felt it is very less to giving to this month, what we can give. मैं क्या जानूं तेरी महिमा. This thought was there. What can I? People gave their houses. And after giving the houses, they felt nothing is there. Ghaziabad was, one brigadier, Pandey was there. He gave his house to the mission. When he was living in that house, he said, what I have given? Nothing I have given. When you see an ocean in front of you, then you don't feel I am giving something a lot. I am filling the ocean. But when glass is there, you feel I am filling the glass. तो अपनी त्याग से, अपने by your tapasya, by your त्याग, by your titiksha, by your tolerance, by your love, you increase your value. Kshama, daya, prem, namaskar, you increase your value. And if you have love and humility, above all, obedience. If your humility is less, obedience is less, tapasya is less, kshama is less, then your value will come down. Your rating will come down. आपने चाहे मत भी बोलो, कुछ बोलो मत. You don't see. You see some plants were there. All around we have plants. And this person came from Reservoir Hills. What's his name? Mosa. Samosa. Mosa, okay. So he came. I think he was asked to prune certain things. No? He pruned. Why he pruned? Something was looking too much. Bushy kind of things were there. And some plants were in their limits. They were left. They were left, they were smiling, they were left. Other we were going out of their limits, crossing their limit, coming on somebody else's way. One plant was here also when you go. So there's a big hibiscus, what is that? What is it called? No, we are near the kitchen, man. On the ficus. That time, any time you walk, it was coming on in first. Every time you have to protect yourself. Arey mara is ab laga. I get hit. Arey aankh mein lag gaya. Immediately it was trimmed and pruned. If you come in somebody's way, you'll also be pruned. Your attitude, your speech, your behavior. And if you add to like a flower, you keep it in your limit. You add, you will be given more water, you will be given more manure. Nobody will take away some fragrant flower. Nobody will uproot some kind of nice jasmine or a nice rose. They prune it slightly, but nobody will take it out also. When flower is blossoming, nobody will pluck the flower and throw it away. Rather, he will say, okay, let the flower be there. Either you will pluck it for puja purpose, not from here. Or at least, Bhagavan को चढ़ाया तो उसको, he gave it to the God only. आप अपनी वैल्यू बढ़ा सकते हैं, आप अपनी वैल्यू घटा सकते हैं. In the individual mind, in microcosmic mind, and in the macrocosmic God's mind also. Nobody can take your value if you have a value. This is the law. If you have a value, then nobody can take your value. है कुछ आदमी के अंदर होता है, something is there in a person. You just cannot bypass him. You cannot hoodwink him. You cannot neglect him. I mean, Tulsidas ji was chanting Ramayana. Hanuman ji came as a leper. And Tulsidas ji caught him. And leper was caught also. He said, I am a leper. He said, no, you are Hanuman ji. This discussion went for half an hour, more than that. He said, don't trouble me, I am a leper. He said, no, you are Hanumanji. And after some discussion and altercations for half an hour, 1 hour, then he revealed as Hanumanji. Shivji was trying to hide the form of a bull in Kedarnath, I told also. And Bhim caught him. So if you are saint and you become bull also, you will be worshipped. Like Nandi Bhagwan. Even the hump is worshipped now. Kedarnath is a hump of a bull. And his face came out in Pashupatinath. ठीक कह रहे हैं? Even is like that. It's like that. Satyavrat was an austere person. And his center of life was Lord Narayan. Day is not a day. I feel every hour is like one small, there is some big pot is there or some kind of thing is there. I have to feel something in there. It is not 24 hours. It is 24 into 60 minutes. 24 hour into 60 minutes. So many minutes are there. Every minute is like one small cup in which you can feel nectar, in which you can feel humility, you can feel tapasya, you can feel namjap, you can feel austerity, you can feel obedience, you can feel love for somebody, you can feel vows, you can feel meditation, you can feel chanting, and you can feel hatred, you can feel crying, you can feel tears, you can feel backbiting, you can feel anger. Only thing is, it will be served back to you, that cup. Same thing will be served back to you through somebody. आपके पास है वो समय है. You are not, don't think it will be thrown away. आपके पास सब वापस किया जाएगा. You're replying in the same coin. नूनं त्वं भगवान् साक्षात् हरिर्नारायणो व्ययः अनुग्रहाय भूतानां दत्से रूपं जलौकसाम्. This is 8.24.27 Bhagavad Gita. भागवतम मिल गया? You got it? नहीं मिला इनको, मिल गया? Okay. Noonam means definitely, not noon, noonam. मतलब यू आर भगवान. देखो ये श्रद्धा दे दिया. ऐसा ऐसा है खेल. I saw some people near a great saint. They don't understand he's a great saint. अब गुरुदेव के पास लोग आते थे. I used to see with my eyes. मैंने नमस्कार भी नहीं किया उन्होंने. हमने कहीं समझ नहीं रहे. Whom are you talking? And Gurudev asking, oh, how are you? Fine. And he is not answering also. Because he is a builder or he is architect. We didn't know that who is asking. हमने कहा दुर्भाग्य देखो, in his heart this prakash is not there that I am talking to such a Mahatma. Mahatma may be there, even Bhagavan may be there. Naham prakasha sarvasya yog maya samavrata. But you can be ignorant. This is said by Bhagavan Krishna's wife. Many wives did not know he is Bhagavan. Many of the wives did not know that he is Lord Krishna. He said he is someone very beautiful, great, but not God. This is written in Bhagavad. It is the misfortune that prakash was, that light was not there, that who is in front of me. हम क्या कर रहे हैं, किससे कर रहे हैं? No? So, but he knew it. Who? Satyavrat knew that. Satyavrat knew that you are Lord only. So, छिपा लेंगे भगवान. I mean, Mantra did not know that Bhagwan Ram is Bhagwan. कि कहीं forgot that he is Bhagwan. They lived with him, they talked with him, they heard his glory, still they forgot. So you don't know the punishment of the God is that you will forget the bigger things in life you forget. And the smaller things you like, you over-remember. That is the punishment of the God. Bole, anugraha bhutanam dhatse. Bole, you have come in my life. Who said? Who said to whom? Bole, Kak Bhushundi. No. This is said by Satyavrat to Lord. Well, I woke up all of a sudden. What can you do? I start from where I left. So anugrahaya bhutana. कहीं से कहीं connection मिल जाता है. When you call somebody, sometimes other person is also talking on phone parallelly. Some cross connection goes on, especially in old phones, the landlines. Old phone, heavy one, like that dial was there. You must have seen that dial, and one number you do wrong is wrong. Anugrahaya bhutanam. You have come here for anugraha. देखो ये सब ज्ञान हो जाना चाहिए. नमस्ते पुरुष श्रेष्ठ स्थिति उत्पत्त्यप्ययेश्वरः. क्या नाम है? भक्तानां प्रपन्नानां मुख्ययो ह्यात्मगतिर्विभो. He said आपको नमस्कार करते. Namaste means in my life you will win what? I choose to be defeated. I like to be defeated. This is the source of all vyavahar, what I have understood. Learn to get defeated. Don't assert. If principles are compromised, then another matter. If some principle is there, you have to put the principle. But small issues, better to bow down. Better to give up. Anumodan kar do uska. Anumodet, Bhagavat says. No need to fight, no need to argue, no need to... हर जगह जो लोग आर्ग्यू करते हैं ना, they lose a lot. नमस्ते, I offer my नमस्कार. आप ठीक हैं, हम गलत हैं भाई. आप ठीक हैं, you are right, I am wrong. When we go to the teacher, the contract between teacher and student is, in my life, you will win and I will lose. And whenever I disagree with you, I will see that I leave that disagreement. There is a difference between teacher and saint. In the saint, you may disagree and agree and can continue with the disagreement. With the teacher, there is a contract. You cannot afford to disagree because it will affect your whole sadhana. Then you will be clean bold after that. Because everywhere then the habit will come. Otherwise you don't accept a teacher. Don't accept he is my teacher. No need to accept. Why to accept? But once you accept it, फिर don't discuss that. शादी हो गई फिर बात मत करो. After marriage is done, don't go and check the astrologer whether our charts are matching or not. Already marriage is over. Now you're going and checking the chart. बेवकूफ आदमी हो तुम यार. Two people were in deep love with each other. And they came to me and said, should we go for astrologer chart? I said, why you are going for chart? Already when you have so much of love, then topic is over now. Only thing, maintain this love after marriage also. That is very difficult. The scenario before marriage and after marriage is very different. I am not saying it's negative, I can positive also. Well, should we go? And one person said, after marriage he is going for checking. I said, no, murkh ho gaya. Before marriage the charts are matched. He said, but we didn't match. And now results are not very great. I said, then khatam karo us baat ko. अब शादी हो गई, शादी के पहले ही सब चर्चा होती है. सब बात मत करो. Don't discuss all these things. And that girl and boy, they are telling about their past, that boy I like. Don't talk on all these matters now. That topic is over now. And she says, I want to be honest. I said, there is this foolishness. Don't discuss all these matters. Every truth is not to be told. You can do repentance for that. But start fresh sometimes. हो गई बात, खत्म हो गई. जो बीत गई सो बात गई. जो बीत गई सो बात गई. हरिवंश राज बच्चन फेमस लाइन. खत्म हो गई बात. उसको मत निकालो बात में. Like sannyasi's life. Don't ask how many brothers are you, how many sisters. Don't ask what is your caste, what is your height. Are you illiterate or illiterate? How much you studied? उसने छोड़ दिया ये सब बातें. ये सब नहीं पूछा जाता. Sannyasis, 3-4 things are not asked. His educational qualification, his color we should not see. He is dark or fair or good looking or not good looking. Don't see all these things. Second thing. Third thing is jati. Don't ask his jati, etc. And fourth thing, don't ask about his family matters. How many sisters? Where is your sisters? Where is your sisters? You have a sister-in-law also. Swamiji. बेवकूफी वाली बात मत करो हमसे. Which were a house, what was it? कोई इंटरेस्ट नहीं हमारा उसमें. So namaste means I offer myself. I will give myself up to you. आप जो मर्जी करिए हमारे साथ. Like the wheat flour offers itself to, surrenders to the one the cook is there. Wheat flour doesn't say, don't put water on me. Oh, ठंडी लग रही है हमको. I'm feeling cold. Shh. अरे नहीं. Don't do like that. अरे उसने कहा I have to make roti. बोले don't do like that. Oh. and you are kneading the floor. आटा सान रहे हो, बहुत मार रहे हो यार तुम हमको तो. Why you are hitting me like that? I was so powder. And then you picked up, बोले अरे हमको निकाल दिया. And then you did like that. अरे हमको जला रहे हैं. अब दो सरेंडर कर देता है. हमने दे दिया तो दे दिया, जो दे दिया सो दे दिया. Is given is given. You can't give the donation and ask back. By mistake it has happened. Somebody said more donation by mistake. How much was it? 10,000. 10,000. And his plan was to give 5,000. 1,000. Therefore, I say, issue the receipt. The receipt was issued now. Now that person is saying, by mistake, I give 10,000. I think you returned it. We returned it. But that is adharma. Once you give, is given. ऐसा नहीं होगा. There was a beggar there. It happened somewhere. Somebody was there, and in his katora there were a lot of coins were there. He gave 10 rupees. बोले 10 rupees तो हम एक ही देना. I have to give 1 rupee. 9 rupees निकालो. So from his bowl, he is taking 9 rupees. And beggar, poor thing, was just standing. हमने कहा तुम और ले लिया उसमें से. आपने दे दिया तो दे दिया, वो बात खत्म हो गई आपसे. It was a good mistake if you had made. नमः means हमने दे दिया, आपको तो दे दिया. अब आप हमारी कोई अस्तित्व नहीं है. I have no separate existence than you. Yeah, I am your hand, I am your eyes, I am your legs, I am your ang now. The relation with you is angi ang sambandh. That is called nama. Our hand will not say I want to touch. No, body will decide. Hand will not say. Hand has no existence of its own. Separate existence of a part is very not good to see. If cut hand you see, it is abhorring scene. If cut head you see, you'll faint sometime. If you see somebody. So similarly, when unsurrendered person you see, who is not a part of the angi, of the whole, who is not surrendered, it is scary to be with him. He create anxiety. He will always create some not good bhava. He is not a surrendered person. He is not giving up somewhere. When I go outside, so first they ask, okay, aapka naam kya hai? Well, Swami Abhedananda. Okay. Then second question, who is your guru? Kahan se hain aap? Kis sanstha se hain? His question is whom you have surrendered. Actually. When he asks this question, that who is your guru or which institution you belong to, this silent, his question is, are you surrendered somewhere? Have you given yourself somewhere or not? Otherwise you have no value. Value of a screw and bolt is very much when it is a part of the whole machine. Separately, some screw and bolt, some kind of bolt is lying there, you put in the dustbin. It's a scrap matter. ठीक है ना? Same bottle, when it is full of bottle, it has so much of value. अरे भाई, without the water, it has no value. but इसको फेंक दो, you throw it. So as long as you have surrendered personality, you have offered to some bigger altar, call it country, call it society, call your father, mother, call your guru. Somewhere you have to become zero, then only you will be hero. Otherwise you have no value, because unless you give yourself completely, you will raise questions. You will not be a very pleasant person to be with. And when you surrender to one bigger altar, whole world everybody is really enjoy your presence. Your value is only this much. So your value is of namaha, and namaha ulta of namaha is manaha. मन को उल्टा करना पड़ता है तब नमा होता है. Then it is called mana. मन को हटाओ, मन को खत्म करो, उल्टा कर दो, तब मन का नमा हो गया. No, but I wanted it this way. But my want is not important. It is okay. I wanted it. I understood it was not possible. I gave up. I gave up. Give up. Huh? Inability to give up what is not possible is called your sorrow. It will happen. I have a desire. Family, is it wrong to have desire? No, it is not wrong. But to understand, is that desire the desire of the system? Is that desire the desire of the God also? Is that desire of the father, mother also? Otherwise, give it up. Otherwise, you lose your value in front of mother and father also. There is a hawa of desire around you. There is a wind of desire. The system wants this from you. The wind of desire around you, around me. I'm not free. There is a Ishwari hawa. Ye karo aap. Get up in the morning. Do this puja. Do this job. Talk to this person. Plan out that. Don't do like that. Do like that. Similarly with every person. I am with the flow of God. People sometimes say, I go with the flow. I said, whose flow? One expression is, I go with the flow. Whose flow? Vasana's flow? Or Ahankar's flow? That is also a flow. Or God's flow. Namah to hamara koi apna nahi. I gave up my insistence. I gave up my individuality. I gave up my separateness. I gave up my own life. हमने दे दिया लाइफ तो दे दिया है. अब दे दिया तो क्या है? Supposing, when we came in the ashram in Bombay, etc. So when we came, there's no choice that food was our choice. Many food I didn't take. जो मिल जाए ले लेते. I should not have come then. Many things we did not eat. It was served because it was a South Indian cook, North Indian cook, all kinds of cooks were there. अपनी तरह सब बनाते रहते हैं. Some they cooked very good, some they did not cook. हमारा खत्म हो गया, वो खत्म हो गया, कोई लाइफ नहीं रही हमारी अपनी. No life. If you are ready for this bargain, then only you are having the nama. If you are not, 50-50, tab to phir. Sometimes seedless dates are there. So nice to eat. It is in my room, seedless date. That is seedless which is kept there. I don't know who brought it. All will think I only brought. And other is dates with seed. So when you are eating date with seed, you are always conscious what seed hai. You take out the seed. And some seedless is they are not conscious also. Similarly, custard apple is there. I don't know you have eaten or not. So hard and difficult to eat. So much seed. It's very good is there. It's very good for health. Calcium is very high. Custard apple. Sharifa. Not cinnamon. Sitaphal. 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 Sharifa खाया है? हाँ. तो इतने seed, little you cannot eat. And some say, Swamiji, don't worry, I'll take out all the seeds. नहीं उसको मत करो यार, अपने छुओ मत, don't touch यार. Don't touch. I don't know how much you have washed your hand. Go chew. No, I wash with sanitizer. Oh my God, sanitizer. Definitely don't touch. It is alcohol. Don't touch anything. अब उसको खाने में every time you have to take out the seed. Some people are like that. They do very sweet work, but there is always some seed. No, this was like that. Guruji says these people like the old AC. They give a lot of coolness, but they make a lot of sound. Old ACs are there, very old ACs initially. So that gives coolness. Cut. So headache starts in the morning when you are in this living. So beach is ke andar. He does the work, but he something is not good in it. I think we have to omit it out. I can't digest this. Therefore I throw it out. About you, certain things should not be there that you are undigestible. This action was undigestible. These words were undigestible. This attitude was undigestible about this person. They say, no, he spoke in a very unpalatable manner. What words he used was not very palatable, Swamiji. I couldn't stomach it. I didn't leave it then. I left it. Then you say, okay, take the best of him and leave the worst of him. But why should you keep worst so that other has to think a lot? Keep your best only. That is called namaha. You should not have this thing. A person has to drop some of these points. Well, you work with goodness. He is somewhere, he is difficult. But I think, leave that point. Namaha, namaste, Purusha Shreshth. He's saying to Bhagavan. Who's saying? Satyavrat. Oh. Don't ask so fast, I forget which slok is there. Sthiti Patti Apya Ishvara. You're the Lord of creation, Lord of sustenance, and Lord of dissolution. Acha? Who? Matsya Avatar. Okay. He knew it. Matsya Avatar did not say that I'm a Bhagavan. He did not say I'm Bhagavan. Bhaktanam na prapannanam. Underline second line. He said, you are the soul and gati. Gati means goal. Of whom? Bhaktanam, six case. Shashti Bhagavachan. Prapannanam, like Rama Nam. Okay. Don't worry about me. Bhaktanam, na prapannanam. Only my heart beating increases. I remember what homework I have not done. So, Bhaktanam na prapannanam, who surrendered to you. Prapanna means one who holds the feet. Surrender matlab hota hai ki I trust in you. I am holding you. Surrender means that Saranagat means everything I will do for you. I have burnt all my bridges and I have burnt all my boats also. Boats I have kept, bridges I have burnt. ऐसा नहीं. I have no option. हम आपके सहारे हैं. आप हमारी रक्षा करिएगा. God, I am with you. Please take care of me. I have no other option. I have no other life. Please take care of me. आप सब ठीक कर देंगे. I live with the faith. You know how much faith you have will decide how much help you will get. Prapannana. If you don't have the faith only, if you don't give trust to somebody, then how can he give? भगवान तो देखते हैं. अच्छा, he has on me. संदिग्धो ही हतो मंत्र. Hatachit, Vyagrachittu hato japa. This says jap is not working because you are doubting it. This is medicine also don't work if you doubt a lot. Vaidya also will not work if you doubt a lot. If you are very negative, नहीं काम नहीं होगा. When you are positive, तो हो भी जाता है. बोले हो जाएगा, कोई बात नहीं. When you take medicine, you think it will work. Thank you. जय हो प्रसाद. You start with the doubt, then you are out. So Prapannana means the one who has given his self. First line, Namaha. One who says, I will work for you and I have trust in you, who you can take care of me. You can take care of me and I don't have to think of something else. You can take. I don't think so. Anyone else can give joy to me. I don't think so. I need to go anywhere else to get joy. I think I can get everything from you. Sure, yes. Supposing I don't give, it is also fine. And this will come after certain experiences you will have. Little of surrender also you will see some big result. That is our life is. Therefore, devotee's life is nothing but a set of miracles. This has happened, that has happened, that has happened, that has happened. Okay. And then he says, Satyavrat says, if Sharan is not there, then Maran is there. Either be in Sharan or be in Maran. Because you don't know, many factors are acting around you which are unpredictable. Wall may fall down. Supposing fan may fall down. In your room, you don't know what will happen. Somebody may break in, or somebody may, something may trouble you. You know which person will spoil your day and night. Which disease will come. You feel I am fit and fine, but who knows? वो तो भगवान ठीक करेंगे. ठीक हो जाएगा. अभी हम नाम ले लेते हैं, सब ठीक हो जाएगा. हमारा when you feel that नाम जब से हमारा काम ठीक हो जाता है सारा. बस इसको बोलते हैं शरण आना. अभी नहीं ठीक है, अभी हम जाते हैं, हम गोइंग टू टेक या सुंदरकांड चैंट कर लेते हैं, सब ठीक हो जाता है. Some स्तोत्र, some part, some jap should be there. या हम गुरु का नाम ले लेते हैं, हो जाता है. I take Shivji's name and everything goes on well fine. अच्छा, yes. This is where difference is between saint and worldly person. Worldly person thinks money can make it right, power can make it right, my ability can make it right. Saint says these are okay, they are medium, but ultimately it will not make it right. My jap will make it right. हमने जप कर लिया है, सब अच्छा हो जाएगा. द डिफरेंस इज बिटवीन वो प्रपन्न है, उस कहीं जब भगवान की सेवा किया, ये सर जब भगवान कोई है इसके सर के ऊपर है, somebody is hand is on his head, somebody is makes him successful, somebody else is there who is making him shine today. अच्छा, बोले अर्जुन के साथ, बोले अर्जुन से मत लड़ो, you cannot win for a long time. Bhishma Pitama said this to everybody. He said, you know, with Arjun, don't fight. Boले, but he is not very good in this particular arrow. Boले, you whatever you say, but he will win. Bhishma Pitama, he said to Kauravas, to Duryodhan, he said, but we are 100 and we have more powerful. He said, Duryodhan, you cannot win with Pandavas. Yatah Krishna tato jaya. Where Krishna is there, victory will be there only. So why? Because they are surrendered. They have surrendered means you have pleased somebody and made him feel that I have nobody else than me to protect you. आप छोड़ देंगे तो हम नहीं. I don't want to live if you are not there. Surrender doesn't mean that you have something else also. That if I am not there, he has something else, so somebody else he will go to. ये surrender नहीं होता है. Surrender means that God, other person feels that other than me, he has nobody else. So God feels that if I don't take his care, then he will not ask anybody else. He said, Arjun is like that and you cannot fight with him. You cannot, I don't think so you can kill Pandavas. Because too much of surrender they have. हर बात for every small thing they rush to Bhagavan Krishna. And rush means they do whatever he wants. Surrender, you cannot say, I will do whatever my and then I surrender. Well, Swami, I surrender, but I will eat my own food. I surrender, but I will do what I like. I surrender, but I will not listen to you. ऐसे surrender नहीं होता. That is the naam surrender is there. नाम मात्र surrender हो गया फिर तो. I surrender, but I don't agree on this point. I surrender, but I am angry on you. ऐसा नहीं होगा. Then नाम मान का surrender. I surrender to Gurudev and Gurudev, I am not happy with this point. No. I will do whatever you want. Anukulasya sankalpa pratikulasya varjanam rakshashyati vishwasa guptuptre varnam tata atmanikshep karparne shadvidha sharanagati. This slok is said by Ramanujacharya. प्रपन्ना ना हमने छोड़ा है ना. Now I'll do whatever you want. हम आपके रिफ्यूज में. So भक्ता नाम न प्रपन्ना नाम. I mean, किसी के पास देने की महत शक्ति है, आपको लेना नहीं पता है. Therefore, when he said, no, I will kill 5 Pandavas, and then Draupadi came, if you remember. Draupadi came. Bhagwan himself went to Arjun and he said, tomorrow this is the vow taken by Bhishma Pitama. Arjun was sleeping at that time. He said, it's your problem. He was not at all concerned that something will happen to me. इतनी एक्सपीरियंस हो जाते हैं लाइफ में 1, 2, 3, 4 that this issue Bhagavan protected, this issue he did like that, Lakshagri he protected like that, Chirharan he protected like that, when Durvasa came he protected like that. I mean, you don't live with the person, so many times you have lived and seen responses, you know what he will do after that. You become predictable, like in the computer, there predictable memories are there. Also, you write, they will write something. Supposing I write your name, I write some A and they will put it. I write Swami, they will put the whole name automatically. They have memory, predictable memory. ऐसे सरेंडर बढ़ता है. किसी भगवान ने कहा, I will give you a lot. So, Sarve Leela Avatara, he said, please tell me why you have taken this avatar. Satyavrat is saying, Nate Ravindakshapadopasarpanam Risha Bhavet Sarvasurat Prayatmana Yathe Taresham Pratigatmanam Satam Yadi Drisho Yat Vapurat Bhutam Hinaha. 30th verse. He said, Hey Aravindaksha, vocative case. Oh, one with the lotus eyes. Who's saying? Matsya Avatar is saying to Satyavrat. Satyavrat is saying to Matsya Avatar. Okay. Hey Aravindaksha. He says there, Sarva Surat Priyatatmana. Aha, kitna acha shabd hai dekho. Because you are the lover of all. Bhagavan loves all. Surat means Upkaram Anapeksha. Somebody does something without asking too much things. Bole aap le lo, this is yours, aap le lo. Sarva Surat Priyam. He is very dear. Who? Lord is very dear. So if somebody approaches you, see the word here, Padopasarpanam, see the word. Namrisha Bhavet, if somebody crawls towards you, crawling it is called. आपके पास गए क्या, it is written Ashwathama had thrown Brahmastra on Arjun. अब क्या करें? क्या करना चाहिए? अब आ रहा है तो Arjun prostrated and Brahmastra went away. Once I told you, very big snake came in front of me. Very big. I mean from here to here. And that in the night. Not here. अब क्या करा जाए? Long story, I'm cutting it short. And it stood like that. It was a king cobra. And distance was like you are sitting. That very snake. And 2-3 people were there. It was about to attack. Then आप नमस्कार कर दिए, प्रणाम प्रणाम प्रणाम, क्षमा कर दीजिए, भगवान क्षमा कर दीजिए. Please forgive us. You will not believe. That moment only it went back. That moment only it just crawled back. कुछ नहीं किया उसके बाद. It was approaching us. But we didn't run away. But offered namaskar. Padopasarpanam. Like the mother the baby crawls towards the mother. हमारा क्या है, हम लोग के पास क्या है, भगवान आप देख लेना. Only wealth of a seeker is his ability to have faith in the Lord, and little faith will not work. Like little love doesn't work. Little commitment doesn't work. In any work also, you say he has not given his complete. heart. You have not given a heart. क्या तुमने किया यार? क्या काम किया? What work? This is the way to work. You have not given it wholeheartedly. W was silent. It was good. दिल दो किसी को. हमने सरेंडर किया, भगवान विश्वास है. Why only Mira's poison converted into the nectar? Why only Draupadi's sari became bigger and bigger? बहुत दृढ़ निश्चय था इनका, बहुत दृढ़ निश्चय था. They lived like that, and therefore they were very happy. Pandavas had a difficult living but easy life. Kauravas had easy living and difficult life. Outer situation was difficult for Pandavas, but because they had surrendered, they हर बात में भगवान को बुला लें. When Durvasa ji came to Draupadi, he said, Draupadi, get my food ready, I am coming. Durvasa was very fond of taking bath. In Amrish case also he took bath. And here also he took bath. Good in that, the story builds up between that time. and even to take bath. अब क्या करे द्रौपदी भाई? Then she remembered. And she went inside the man and started crying, Bhagwan के पास. बहुत रोई द्रौपदी. रोने वाले बड़े मजेदार हैं. Only you should know where to cry. On what you should to cry. Arjun cried in front of Bhagwan Krishna, it became Ishad Yog. गीता हो गई उसकी. अरे भाई सेकंड चैप्टर तब तम तथा कृपया विष्णम अश्रु पूर्णा कुलेक्षणम. रोने लगे अर्जुन. Arjun didn't cry in front of Duryodhan or in front of Karna or in his room because he was sad. He cried in front of Bhagavan only. And when he cried in front of Bhagavan, Bhagavan said, Kutastva kashmal vidam vishmesam upar. हम हैं, तुम क्यों रो रहे हो यार? रो क्यों रहे हो हमारे सामने? हम तुमको समझाते हैं ना. बोले नहीं, आप समझाइए ना. आई एम फीलिंग सो हेल्पलेस. शिष्यस्ते हम शादे माँ, आप ही तो है हमारा. Solutions of life is discovered only by God. You can't solve many problems, I think, after a point. And ego doesn't give up. Problem is this. Because ego is a very insistent thing. It tries to solve the problem where it cannot be solved. And it hits its head and breaks its head. You hit with that person, you break your head with the incident, that is God's area. Leave it. Don't work in God's area. You'll be frustrated. Work in your area. Don't touch God's area. People say, Swamiji, where you will be in future in next 10 years? I say God's area. I don't broach in that area. I can pray, but I won't go. We'll see more tomorrow. Om Har Namah Parvati Bade Har Har Mahadev. Shri Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. बोलिए श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः.
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे. श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे. हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव. हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव. हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव. हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव. हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव.
हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद श्री कृष्ण गोविंद श्री कृष्ण गोविंद श्री कृष्ण गोविंद। हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। हे नाथ नारायण